Hi there, everyone. Happy Thursday. King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon here with you. So things looking going to be on the wet side here a little bit here into the night. Now, if you're up around Snohomish, Skagit counties, we'll have convergence zone activity up there. That will keep the rain a bit more persistent and steady. Now, we do see a more widespread chance coming in by Friday, and that's going to impact all of us along with a cooler air mass. Things are going to turn even cooler than what they have been for the past couple of days, and that would mean some lower snow levels too, which will mean some snow up across some of our mountain passes. Been seeing some snowflakes up around Paradise too. We'll show you that shot here in a second. First, wanted to get you to where we have seen the rain so far here for today, and this is really early into the morning. We're talking during the overnight hours, and it's up that way around Snohomish and Skagit counties yet again with that convergence zone activity. The rest of us, well, we really haven't picked up a whole lot of rain yet, but we will not see a lot of rain, but it will become a bit more widespread here as we head on into the evening. So expect a few showers to be around, and those will be in place throughout the evening and the overnight. Now, for tomorrow, we are going to see more of a widespread chance of seeing some of those showers back into the picture for us. Possibility of a few storms, that could be around too. Not going to be as much of a concern as what we had earlier into the week, and really, again, not even much of a concern, but something that you might hear, rumble of thunder or two from time to time. That's on Friday, maybe more so on Saturday too, when we get a little more of the break in the clouds to give us just a bit more instability. And for the latter part of the 7-day period, Sunday all the way into a lot of next work week, milder, drier, and sunnier conditions will be back ahead for us, and things are going to start to warm up, and we'll be back up near that 70-degree mark yet again, especially by the time we head into Wednesday. But there are the couple of days here that will be cooler. Friday and Saturday, highs in the low to mid-50s. Wouldn't be surprised if just a few of us even held on to the upper 40s up that way around parts of northwest interior. Again, more on that here in a second. Wanted to show you up this way around Paradise, where we have had some snowflakes that have been falling here from time to time. You can kind of see a little white speck here and there looking at the image up that way around Paradise. Beautiful shot of that though, and well, up this way around Bellingham, it's been generally dry here throughout the day, and you can see clouds off into the distance, a little bit of a glow from that sun trying to bleed through the cloud coverage, but a lot of just clouds out there. It's been overcast for a lot of the afternoon hours after seeing some sunshine earlier this morning. It's overcast here. Looking at Everett, Seattle, more the same too, as right now temperatures are in the mid-50s and there are some breezy winds, but most of those are relatively light. We're not going to see those at around 20 to 30 miles per hour like yesterday, so not as much of that wind chill factor, but still going to be a bit breezy for a little more of that chill in the air. We'll head into the night. You can see looking at the icons, it really doesn't indicate that we're going to see much of any rain at all, and I'm going to explain to you why that's the case. There could be a few sprinkles out there, and it's going to be for a brief moment up here near and north of Seattle, but the majority of the moisture is tracking actually to the south. So as we look at that right there, you can see all that moisture down here across parts of not only just Pierce and Thurston counties, but even farther south of that as you get closer to Lewis counties and all the way down this way, getting closer to the Oregon state line. That's where the majority of the moisture is. And out this way towards the coast, you can see some of the shower activity that we have out there too. What's going to happen for many of us here around parts of Puget Sound? Rain shadowing. That is going to eat up a lot of what you see here across areas of western Washington, closer to Puget Sound. So, and more central and north Sound too, not really going to see a whole lot. Central Sound for sure, definitely going to be seeing less in terms of the rain. Convergence zone activity might help us across North Sound here as we head on into the night. But that's system number one. It's the weaker one. That one is heading on out of here, so that's one right there. And we are expecting to see the second one come through here as we head on into the evening. So that's one. Second one is right here. That's going to be making its way closer to us. Oh, that actually made an 8, but that is going to be system number 2 that heading on into the day for tomorrow. So this first one that we had to get through first, you can see that moving on by. Definitely keeping a little more of that activity farther to the north, up this way around parts of more of Snohomish, Skagit, and even Whatcom County too, but that's where things will stay a lot more wet here deep into the night. That's 11:30 here later this evening. We get a break, and we'll definitely see more of a slightly wet start to the day as we head on into tomorrow morning, around I-5 at least. Definitely going to see the rain out towards the coast. That's where we'll have more of that morning commute drive be on the wetter side. But mid to late morning is when we start to see it closer to Puget Sound, and then that will continue with us as we go throughout the remainder of the day. And you're also seeing, too, at the same time, a lot of that snow beginning to across some of our passes, and that will include parts of Snoqualmie Pass as well as those snow levels really start to drop. So cool air is going to be settling on in. That's going to cool us off. I think around Stevens Pass, we'll get the better chances of seeing maybe a few inches out of this as this pushes on through, keeping things pretty active. That's Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Here we are at Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. Things beginning to quiet down, and we'll eventually start to see things completely dry out as we head on into more of the day on Sunday, especially the latter part of the day on Sunday. So looking at rainfall amounts here, next 48 to 36 hours. This is through early Sunday morning. It looks like a decent amount. Now, I think some of these amounts might be a little exaggerated, a little high, but around, I would say, a half an inch, maybe a little more, definitely within the realm of possibility for many of us here as we go throughout that stretch of time. Now, higher amounts will be definitely possible across areas farther north here to Jefferson County, more of Clallam County, up around Skagit, and more of Snohomish County too, where you have that convergence zone activity. So that's where we could see amounts in excess of maybe an inch. And we did talk about that snow. It's going to be showing up, and up around Paradise, higher elevation there, closer to 5,500 feet. Also Baker, higher elevation there, but Stevens Pass, White Pass, we have more of the moisture coming through down that way. I think White Pass picks up a little more. Do we get up to about 1.5 feet? No, I think it's going to be closer to anywhere between about 4 to 8 inches, because we're going to see quite a bit of melting there. We'll see if we pile on much more from that. But Stevens Pass will also be a pretty good chance of seeing anywhere between about 3 to maybe 6 inches of snow there. And then Snoqualmie Pass, I think that's going to be really hard to do. The 4.5 inches that you see there, probably closer to 2 inches once it's all said and done before it makes its way on out of here. And if we do see more, it will fall and then melt, and then we'll see more on top of that. Here's a look at Futurecast as we continue on, though, through the weekend. We get through with that on Saturday. You can see that beginning to push its way on out of here. Here we are early into Sunday morning. Most of the moisture pretty much gone, and then we're starting to see a quieter and a warmer stretch of weather that's going to be ahead. So high temperatures, they're going to start to climb. We'll go from those low to mid 50s Friday and Saturday up into the mid 60s by Monday and Tuesday, get all the way up to the 70-degree mark by the following Wednesday. A bit of a cool down on Thursday, and then back up to around 70 on Friday, and then the following weekend we'll see those highs around the upper 60s, which will be slightly above average. Lows tonight falling between those low to mid 40s, so going to be a chilly start, and then highs tomorrow just barely getting into the low 50s around Port Angeles at 50 degrees there, 51 in Shelton, same in Bellingham. We'll top off with about 51 there in Everett and 53 in Tacoma. Your 7-day forecast, a couple of cool and kind of raw and chilly days for us for Friday and Saturday, but once we get past that, we are going to be rewarded with more of the sunshine to come, keeping temperatures near, if not slightly below average for Sunday and Monday, and then near and above average as we head on into the remainder of the 7-day period next Tuesday through next Thursday. If you're going to be out at any point here later on into the night, especially around Snohomish County, Skagit County, have the rain gear with you. And for plans here into the weekend, especially if you're across Northwest Interior, make sure to plan accordingly for the rain that's going to be out there, especially with the chillier temperatures. But here comes the sun. We got another stretch of that coming in with that ridge of high pressure building in later next week. All right, everyone, take care. Have a tremendous Thursday night. We'll talk to you soon.